guys, it's Patty with Low Rev Southern Kitchen. Today we're going to be making a meatloaf. So first let me get our ingredients together and tell you what's going on. First, I've got 2 pounds of ground beef that I'm going to set to the side for a minute. The first thing you want to do is mix up your breadcrumbs and other ingredients first, so your breadcrumbs aren't totally hard. You want to moisten them up. Alright, I've got 2 eggs in here that I've beaten slightly. But to this, I'm going to add 1 cup of breadcrumbs. Now, all I had on hand was the Italian style, but that will work. I've got a half a cup of milk. Remember, I told you a couple of recipes ago that any of my ground beef recipes, I always add milk for moistness. I'm sorry, I forgot a fork. Just a minute. Also, please preheat your oven to 375 degrees. Now, I'm going to add my onions. I've got 1 onion. It's a Vidalia I've chopped up. A lot of people marinate theirs, but I don't. I also got this little package of mixed bell peppers I'm going to add to this. I'm not going to add the whole thing. So I don't really roughly know. I'm going to say half a cup of diced bell peppers. I'm going to add half of a can of tomato paste. So half of a 6-ounce can of tomato paste. We're going to use the rest of it in the glaze. Now for my now for my seasonings. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Sorry, Miss Carlos doesn't use anti-caking agent, so it does cake up, but it's worth it just for the natural ingredients. I'm going to use half a teaspoon of black pepper. And half a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to mix this all up together. Now, one thing about when you're making meatloaf, you don't want to overwork your meat too much. It'll make it chop and just not cool. And your best mixing things besides after this, whenever you're mixing up your meatloaf, it's going to be your hands. Those are the mixers that God gave you, so let's use them. Alright, like I said, I've got 2 pounds of ground beef in here. I'm going to put this mixture Okay, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to mix this all together. Alright, I think I have it pretty combined. Now I'm going to get my pan and I'll be right back and show you what I do with my pan. Okay, I've got my pan prepared. I've got a foil pan. Yes, I love these things. Great cleanup. So, and I have sprayed it with some cooking spray. Now I'm just going to shape this into a loaf in the pan. I was going to do something else that I learned off of Paula Deen several years ago, but I don't have any bread. I thought I did, but I guess Tony must have fixed him a couple of sandwiches and a chicken salad last night. What you do is you line your pan with slices of bread, and it soaks up the oil. I want the top to be a little flat because I do have a glaze to go on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the 375 degree oven for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then the last 15 minutes I'm going to take it out and put a glaze on it. So we'll be right back. Okay guys, this meatloaf is cooked for about an hour in the oven. Now I'm going to add a glaze to it. In this bowl I've got 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now I did have open a dark brown sugar, so that's what I'm using. The only difference in the brown sugars is the molasses content. I think this one, the dark, will complement it very well. I'm going to add the other half a can of tomato paste. Well, the remaining can, like, of the tomato paste. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. One day, everybody will learn how to say it. Paula Deen used to call it Worcester sauce, and I like that. I did notice that one little part of my meatloaf here cracked a little bit, but I'll just make sure I cut it there. Alright, I'm going to mix this up. Spread it on. I've never been a fan of just ketchup on my meatloaf. Not since I was a kid. Although if I make a meatloaf sandwich, I will put ketchup on it. Tomorrow is Wednesday. This actually probably won't be going up till Thursday. But tomorrow I am not cooking. We have a bunch of leftovers. Everything you see me cook is all left over. So that's what we're having for dinner tomorrow. And I do have another video I'm going to try and get up this week. It's the cinnamon sugar pumpkin seeds. Okay, at this time, I'm going to put this back in the oven for 15 minutes. Be back whenever I get it out the oven. Okay, I just got this out the oven. I only left it in with the glaze for about 10 minutes because it was looking a little dark. This needs to rest for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'll slice it, and I'll bring you back with everything plated up. See you shortly. Okay, guys, I've got everything plated up. We've got our meatloaf, my award-winning consomme rice, and I picked some, sorry, you can't see it. I picked some diced rutabagas. I just opened up a can and put some bacon pieces in there and salt and pepper. Alright, supper is ready. I hope y'all enjoy it. I'll provide the links to everything, except for the rutabagas, of course. I hope y'all enjoy it. Y'all have a good one.